What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am a intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another pick a card reading with me today. If you are a returning subscriber, what's up? Welcome back. Sorry, long time no see. And if you are new, welcome. I hope that you enjoy your reading today, and if you do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to do so. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get in. Again, I apologize for the delay in my readings. I been going through a lot of changes behind the scenes. I just recently moved, so if you know anything about moving apartments, it's a whole thing. Like it's a really big process. So lots of packing, moving things around, lots of heavy lifting, lots of money down the drain. Well, not down the drain, but it was a good investment because I really needed this new space, and I'm very thankful and grateful that Spirit opened this door for me. Um, I love my new home. Like I really do. It's so peaceful, and I feel a lot more free here. So, um, yeah. So I guess to kind of go along with that type of new beginning, new chapter type of energy, the reading today is going to be um, um, about the next chapter of your life. Yeah, we're going to be looking into pulling cards just to see what messages come up. Um, just keep in mind, y'all, these are general readings, so please take what resonate and leave the rest for somebody else. Um, Everything may or may not resonate with you. Again, use your intuition to know what is for you and what is not for you. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Um, So again, the reading today is going to be about the next chapter of your life. I have three groups here. Group number one here with this yellow marker. Group number two here with this pink marker. And group number three with this blue marker. So again, group one with yellow, group two with pink, and group three with blue. Make sure y'all are choosing with your intuition so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel called to do so. Um, but besides that, hope y'all are doing well, staying safe. And I will see y'all when you are ready to go. See, I'm a little rusty. When you are ready for your reading, check out the comment section below, and the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section. So again, check that out. But without further ado, hope y'all staying good, staying safe, and I will see y'all at your designated reading. Peace out. All right, group number one. For those of y'all who were drawn to the yellow marker here, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into the next chapter of your life. Again, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. The reading may or may not resonate with you. If it does, great. If it does not, that's still great. Maybe find a reading or even a reader that will resonate with you. All right, Spirit Team, this is for group number one. We're tapping in for group number one. We're looking to see what messages do you have about group one's, the next chapter of their life. For group number one, the next chapter of their life. For group number one, the next chapter of their life. What messages do you have for that? God, okay. What else? So I may be talking to a collective group here who may be struggling a little bit financially. You may have been really going through the ringer with your money, or maybe like um, being able to really support yourself or support your family. Um, yeah, because this like Eight of Swords, Nine of Wands energy, like this is like, because Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior. So you've definitely been able to make do with what you have. You've been able to keep your head above water. Eight of Swords. You may have been feeling a little bit stagnant or maybe feeling a little bit trapped in your situation. Um, but I definitely see, especially with this Ten of Pentacles popping up here, um, y'all got some long term stability coming in and heavy on the long term. Now, with that, this may not be like, oh, an overnight success, or I woke up and I won the lottery. Like this may not be that type of energy. This feels a little bit more of like, with this King of Swords energy, it feels more of like clear direction. It's like you're cutting through the bondages, or something's coming in that's going to help you cut through the bondages. So it may be some support coming in. And from there, you'll be able to like walk forward or move forward, and really see that you're not as stuck as you think you are. Because I feel like it's more of a mentality thing. Now, some of you may be like, "Nah, my bank account really is pretty low," and yeah, that may be true. However, that doesn't have to be your like reality of some sort. I feel like there's a need to shift your perspective. I'm surprised the Hangman hasn't came out, but there's a need to shift your perspective on what stability or abundance or an abundant lifestyle looks like for you, or even how you make money. So for some of you, especially with this Eight of Swords energy here, there may be something or a resource that you may be overlooking, or something that, or maybe some help or support that you may not be taking advantage of, or you may not even be truly conscious of at the moment. So this could be for some of you like government assistance, you know. This could be like a government program that you may, you know, register for. They may help you with some money, and that helps put you back on your feet and brings you back above water. Maybe some of you may have felt like you're like drowning in your debt or drowning in money. Um, but I definitely feel like for some of you, there may be some type of resource that you're overlooking. For some of you, this can even be like family, maybe reaching out to certain family members who could help or support you. But this feels like self help. But whatever this support or help is, whether it's coming from somebody else, assistance program, or maybe even the universe does bless you with something, um, whatever it is, you're going to be able to save yourself. This isn't like a knight in shining armor energy. This is more of like you're provided the resources now, you're provided that help, that support, or that money, and now you're able to bring yourself out of that situation. What are you going to do with that money though? Eight of Wands. So yeah, Eight of Wands and Five of Wands underneath that. So this is definitely more of an internal conflict. Is what I'm kind of picking up here. So it's like you're not actually as stuck as you think you are. Again, you're looking at your external circumstances, or you're looking at your bank account, you're looking at these mundane physical things, but you're kind of leaving out, because what's missing from this is like air, I mean not air, but water energy. You got fire, air, earth, but what's missing is water energy, that connection with your emotions, your soul, that connection with spirit, um, that divine feminine energy. Um, so I definitely feel like again, Yeah, I just feel like you're not as stuck as you think you are. You really have that support, that abundance already there. Or some of you, like if you have your own business or something, or if you may have something that you started a long time ago, this could be you needing to pick something back up and get back to the drawing board in order to make something to where it is abundant for you and providing for you. I feel like this next chapter of your life, because I was picking up on this energy, but I haven't really talked about the next chapter of your life. The next chapter of your life is going to be very stable. Um, yeah, very stable, very abundant. And it's like this next chapter is like the beginning of you, not the beginning, because you've already started this journey, but it's going to be you starting to see physical evidence of the legacy and the foundation that you have been building, and you're actually starting to see physical evidence that it's working out for you, or things are going or working out in your favor. I want some more. What else? What else can you tell us about this next chapter in group number one's life? The next chapter for group number one. Ooh, it's a lot of air energy here. Oh, I didn't see these. Okay. So you got the Emperor. Let me move all this up. I'm still trying to figure out my camera situation. So you got the Emperor, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, and Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So this is gonna be because the Knight of Pentacles, even though he's the slowest moving knight, because the knights are usually about action, you're going to be taking action on something, but this is not going to be like a fast paced action. This is not going to be a reckless or hasty type of action like the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands. This the Knight of Pentacles. He's very diligent and deliberate about the actions that he's taking. He knows for sure because he's facing in the future direction. He has his pinnacle in his hand and he knows exactly what he wants and he knows exactly how to get there. He knows his goal and he knows what steps he needs to take to get there. So this next chapter in your life, like I said before, it may not be an overnight success for you, but it's going to be something to where like you know what you're doing now. Like that's what I keep on picking. Like you know what you're doing now. This may even for many of you come in the form of like a download. You got the Ace of Swords here, so some of you this may come as like a download, like directly from spirit. For some of you, even this may come in the form of a dream. You may start having dreams about the next actions or decisions you're needing to make, or what steps you're needing to take. But this next chapter is going to, like I said before, y'all, so much stability is going to be coming in. Like this next chapter, you're going to feel more stable than you have, like, out of your entire life. After you start taking these steps and going towards this goal, it's gonna feel so stable. You're gonna feel like the emperor. You're gonna be in this emperor energy of taking action or taking charge of your own life. Because that's the energy that you're stepping into. It's like you're no longer uh actually like Queen of Pentacles with the Emperor is like you are finding this balance between your masculine and feminine energy. You've been learning how to receive, and you have also learned with this masculine energy how to take action, discipline, or that's what you're going to be learning in this next chapter. There we go. You're actually going to be learning more. You've gotten a great handle on your feminine energy, but now is you're being called in this next chapter to integrate this masculine energy, taking action, being more disciplined, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all, this is you, like you're getting your shit together, and it's like the universe is forcing you to get your shit together. There are things that you're meant to be doing in this lifetime. There are people you're meant to be helping. There are stories that are needing to be told, and messages that are needing to be shared. King of Swords energy, um, and the Knight of Pentacles energy too. But it's like you're not there just yet, but this next chapter in your life is going to get you there. But it's not going to be like, I don't see this being something negative or bad at all. But it's going to really test your what's the word I'm looking for? Um, it's going to test your dedication towards your goals or your dreams and your visions in life and where you want to be in life. Now, you got the Five of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. This next chapter, be careful of conflict around you. Everybody may not be so happy that things are working out for you. So this next chapter, just be a little bit careful. I don't really see it affecting you because you got the Nine of Cups right underneath it. I see you just doing your own thing. Things are working out for you. The money's rolling in. The home is good. The car is good. Like things are working out for you in this next chapter in your life, but it's going to rub some people the wrong way. You're going to have some people who believe that you don't even deserve it. You're going to have some people who want to fight you over it. You're going to have some people who are just jealous and envious of, how you got to where you got. But it's because this Nine of Wands energy, you've gone through a lot. You've already been putting in that work. You've already been setting that foundation. But now, this next chapter is just you kind of solidifying that and adding more because you've already built this foundation. You've already started building on this new tower, figuratively speaking, or not tower, more so of a castle with this Ten of Pentacles energy. But now it's like you're adding even more stones to it. Things you're laying out the plays. Um, it's like your dreams and your visions are now starting to become reality in this next chapter in your life. Things are starting to materialize with this Pentacle energy here, this Emperor energy, this fire energy here. You got a lot of Pentacles and Swords, and then fire here. Where's your water? Hmm. So remember during this time, and it's funny. That just kind of came to me like, where is the water energy here from the cups? Um, there's a need for you this next chapter in your life, and I haven't even gotten to the advice yet, but pour into yourself. Like really start taking care of yourself, drinking more water, eating healthier, or eating what your body feels called to eat. Yeah, really listen to your body during this transition and change that you're going through. It's going to be very positive for you. It's going to be great. Again, a little bit slow moving, but it's not this stagnant energy that you've been used to. It's going to be forward movement. Um, I just see the universe like pushing you like towards where you're wanting to be. Like you haven't been taking a lot of action. Um, Even though that kind of contradicts a little bit what I've said earlier, um, or you've been taking too small of steps. There we go. Your steps have been you've been taking little steps, but you've been taking like really small steps. But now the universe is pushing you to take bigger steps, taking bigger leaps of faith, um, and really betting on yourself during this next chapter in your life, because it's really going to depend on you and what you put out there. But definitely, pour into yourself more, really listen to your body, listen to your emotions, really tapping into your emotions. um, and just really taking care of yourself with this Queen of Pentacles energy. Self care is going to be very, very important for you during this next chapter. So if you don't have a self-care routine now, let's really get onto that, because it's going to be something that is going to be very useful for you as you move forward in this new chapter here. So let's get a little bit of guidance and advice for the collective moving forward. Some guidance and advice for group number one, spirit guides. What do they need to know for this next chapter? I'm picking up a couple of downloads. So Cotton Candy can be significant. Kaylani can be significant, the singer, or that can be somebody's name. I'm picking up the name Edward. Uh, Forks can be significant, like the fork, like what you eat with. Coloring books can be significant. Play-Doh can be significant. Even clay. Somebody could be getting into like pottery. Um, Air fresheners. I'm picking that up. A car air freshener. Gratitude. Flowers can be significant. Specifically, red or white flowers can be significant. And tortilla chips. Those can be significant also. I'm kind of even looking around my apartment and just intuitively picking up on certain stuff I'm being drawn to. Okay, so the guidance: communicate. Create space for dialogue. You're being called to either facilitate healing or to heal communication with others. Reach out and clear the air, to listen and to speak your truth. So you may be called during this time to communicate with people. More specifically, like forgiveness is coming through here also. So you may be like, this next chapter may include you like, getting closure, maybe communicating with somebody, maybe even like just meeting new people and talking with people, and you being asked to open up. And I feel like that's a really big thing here. Open up, like it says here, listen, but also speak your truth too. So if there's any moment or situation that comes towards you to where you're being asked to open yourself up, to communicate, to get things off your chest, make sure you're doing that, because I feel like it's going to help you to release and get the energy moving even more. So definitely communication is going to be really big for you in this next phase. For some of you, even communication is what's going to really set things off for you. It's going to really get the ball rolling for you. So if there's somebody who you may need to, seek forgiveness from, or to ask for forgiveness, or receive forgiveness, I don't know if I said that right. Definitely make sure you're reaching out, you're speaking. Yeah. You got joy and humor. Enjoy healing laughter. Find threads of joy in your life. Take hold of these threads and follow them. Allow yourself to feel joy and good humor in challenging situations. So I feel like with this, like, no matter what struggles you may feel like you're going through, or what things may look like around you, find joy in that. Find gratitude in that also. I think I picked up gratitude a little while ago. So making sure you're finding, gratitude and joy and happiness in even the stickiest of situations. What is that line from Harry Potter? What is it? Well, Dumbledore, I think it was the Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it was the third one. And he's up there talking, and he's like, dang, I forget the line. It's like something, 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 but you can find even the tiniest bit of joy, or tiniest bit of light, even in the darkest of times, something like that. I don't know, but Harry Potter can be significant for y'all. Maybe that specific, um, the specific one from that franchise could be significant for you. But definitely, the advice here is, what no matter what's going on around you, find that joy, find the humor, find that time to laugh, to have fun, no matter what you're going through. Balance. Harmony can be restored. Harmony happens when you tend to and nurture all parts of yourself, nurture a healthy respect for your time, your boundaries, and your space. That's what I was saying with this Queen of Pentacles energy. So I feel like this card is more so talking about finding that balance within yourself. So again, like taking self-care very, very serious and very, very, it's going to be very, very important for you during this next phase in your life. You're going to be called, you're going to be, you're going to be moving with life. Things are going to be flowing. There's going to be an ebb and flow to it. So things, as it changes, it may get a little bit, not necessarily chaotic, but it may, there are some things that you're going to be having to take care of. I'm going to be honest. It's going to be things you have to take care of. But you're going to be called to make these things more easier and smoother for you, because it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be stressful. Like, it really doesn't. I'm hearing that stress is a choice, at least for whatever this next chapter in your life. Um, Sometimes stress is just a part of life or a part of a situation. But what I'm picking up specifically for y'all is that stress is a choice for you. So you can choose to stress, or you can choose to pour into yourself and show gratitude. But find that balance so that way you're able to make the best out of um, this very positive change and transition, this new start, this new beginning, of you building your foundation, or more so of you. It's almost like you already have things going for you, but it's like now, it's like you're bringing in more supplies. You know, you're building a house. Um, you know, you may have only started off with a few tools and supplies, but now you're getting even more supplies and even more tools. So that way you're able to build a better house, or and to, you know, streamline that process and make it faster, and to get to your goal much faster. It's like at first you were building a house without a blueprint. You were kind of working blindly with this Eight of Swords energy, but now, what's coming in for you in this next chapter is the blueprint. You're about to be shown the blueprint. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like. Now you're able to actually, you know, make the house or make your home the way it's supposed to be, because now you have the blueprints to get there. And guidance. Ask and be open to answers. That goes with communicate here. Yeah. Wisdom, seen and unseen, is always available to you in the world. Find the courage to ask for insight and openness to receive it. So this is about you, again, communicating, but specifically being open to help and support from others, and also being open for you to help and support others also. So this feels like a balance, an equal give and take. So you may be, for some of you, this may come in the form of like a business partner, or like a romantic partner, or maybe whoever you're with now, or like a new friend, or a mentor, a teacher. Um, but it also, it feels like support and guidance from someone. So be open to that. Um, yeah, be open to, receiving help and support, and also being open to giving help and support. Some situations you don't have the answer for it. Be open to asking for that. Don't be so prideful and egotistical to where you don't want to open up and ask for help when you need it. Um, it's kind of what I'm getting here mostly. And for others of you, you may be called to help someone else. And it can be, for many of you, just an equal exchange or an equal give and take. You help them, they help you, and not in like a quid pro quo type of way, but more so in a balanced way. All right, group number one. Damn, this reading went a little bit longer than I thought, but I hope this reading resonated for you. Please let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number two? For those of y'all who are drawn to this pink marker, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into this next chapter of your life. So, as I mentioned in the intro, please remember that these are general Messages, general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Everything may or may not resonate with you. Either way, it's still a general reading. If you like a personal private reading with me, you can check out the description box below, and the link to my Etsy page will be on there. All right, Spirit Guides, what can you tell us about group number two, the next chapter in group two's life? What will this next chapter entail? Got Page of Swords that flipped out like immediately. Immediately. If you know what movie I got that from, please comment below so we can be friends. Immediately. Ooh, okay. So this energy feels like it's a, because you got Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. This feels like a emerging energy. Something is sprouting. I just heard reap what you sow. So something that you have sown in the past, you're now about to reap that in the best of ways. Something that you've manifested in the past, for some of you, this could have been spell work that you've done in the past that you've completely forgotten about. But something that you've manifested in the past, something that you completely forgot about, is about to emerge for you. Let's get some more cards. I wonder how. Okay. Let's see. My goodness. All right. Okay. So you got, I'm gonna push these over here. You got Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Emperor. I just heard entrepreneur. So this could be maybe some form of success that you've manifested in the past. So some of you can be entrepreneurs, and this is you manifesting like more clients or, success in your business, or maybe even like an idea for a business, like you wanting to start your own business or you wanting to do something different, and it's like now this is like an emerging idea that is going to come through for you to take action on. And for others of you, if you already have your own like business or you have things going on for you already in your business, this definitely feels like, maybe a new idea that's going to really set things up for the long term, or bring in even more success. Something that you've been struggling with this Nine of Wands energy. I feel like this message is a little bit all over the place. Spirit, can you clear this up? Please make it plain and clear. Not plain, but make it clear. I just got so anxious, like, and the reason I feel like, the energy was a little bit all over the place because I tapped into your energy. I got very anxious. So there may be something that you're really anxious about, or you're just kind of unsure of how something may pan out for you, or you're unsure, what's going to happen or what next steps you need to take. It's like something that you're unsure about, and that's bringing you a little bit of anxiety. So, Five of Swords. Yes, okay. I mean, not yes as in good, but kind of this goes along with what I was picking up. You got Five of Swords in reverse, and then the Eight of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So again, like you've been in your head about something, or something's been causing a little bit of a feeling of stagnancy. But I feel like this next chapter in your life is going to involve movement. You're going to be, things are going to be starting to move and progress for you. Five of Swords in reverse is a very like strategic energy. So I see you strategically moving past, especially with paired with this Page of Swords here. I see you like strategically making plans or making moves, making decisions that's going to really set you up for success. So what's next? This next chapter in your life is going to involve a lot of strategy, a lot of planning, a lot of like sitting and kind of being at the drawing board, and then taking action on that. But again, what like this emerging idea, or the idea of this, is more so of like, okay, you get this idea or you get this download. So it's like, okay, let me now start to formulate a plan. Let me start moving strategically with this. Something about moving in silence also. So make sure you're not like telling the wrong people about this, because energy matters. So even though you may not care that that person knows, that person may be jealous or envious or have malicious intent towards you, or towards your business, or jealousy or envy, and that could mess up the energy of what you're trying to manifest for yourself. So again, just be careful of who you're telling about these next moves, because it could not stop it, but it could delay it. Just wanted to throw that out there. That message did come through. But regardless here, I see you coming out of this very stagnant energy, whatever it is that you've been really working on or moving through. I definitely see you coming out of that. I want to get a little bit more about this because it seems a little bit vague to me. I kind of want to get a little bit more specific. Tell us a little bit more about this next chapter, Spirit. A little bit more. Yeah, Two of Wands. So planning. Um, Two of Wands to me is like the planning stage of something. So if this is regarding like a business or your career, this is you starting to plan. You're not necessarily taking action on it just yet, but you're at the drawing board and you're making sure all your moves are good, and then you're going to start like then you're going to go on go, because the card that comes after this is the Three of Wands, and that one's more action oriented. Even though both of them represent like progression, this is progression. I feel like for your group at least, this is progression more so in the planning stage and you actually having the steps. And it's like you're coming out of this tunnel of darkness, and now you're coming, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. So that's the energy I'm picking up on, is now you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to start taking or making moves to go towards that light. You're taking action, you're actively walking towards that light. So it's like before you get the full complete picture or the full complete manifestation, there is like some background work that needs to be taken care of. So it's almost like, I'm trying to think of an example. Um, it's like when you are starting a business. So in the background, in the planning stage, you're deciding what's your mission statement, what's going to be, you're putting your website together, you're deciding who's your target population, your target audience. You're deciding, you're getting your paperwork together. You're looking at how you're going to take forms of payment. You're going to be looking into, the type of people you want to network with. And that's even strategic all in itself, because maybe you do a business that, is helpful or supportive towards a specific community. So now you want to network with people from that community, or you want to network with people who also work with that community. So it's like being strategic with all of this. Queen of Swords energy. Yeah, this is a very like intellectual, like analytical, logical energy that you're stepping into in this next chapter. Um, Funny that you got the Queen of Swords. I mean, the Queen of Cups here along with the Queen of Swords. So it's like that balance here almost. even though you are moving from a place of passion and a place of emotion, you're also moving from a place of, you know, being logical and analytical. You're not just taking uncalculated risk based off of how you feel. You're taking risk, or you're taking action or making plans based off of logic. Because I feel like you may be someone who's very compassionate, very loving, very sweet, but when it comes to like the career and business side of things, you can't be all love and light. You got to be able to set boundaries. You got to be able to communicate effectively. You can't be scared. You can't be a pussy. I'm just being honest. Don't beat me up. I'm being so for real. You can't be scared to be successful, and that may be something that some of you struggle with is maybe a fear of success or a fear of failure for some of you. But there's a bit of fear here that I'm picking up from this group. But yeah, Emperor here. So for sure, like this is the energy of structure. Emperor is about structure, putting things together, laying that foundation. So that way, when you start building on that, then it's a smooth foundation, and you have the blueprints ready to put things together the way it's supposed to. This almost feels like a step one from group number one. Group number one is maybe like a step or two ahead of this group. I don't want to say that. Not ahead of y'all. They're on a different place in their journey. Um, they're not ahead of you. You're not ahead of them. It's not that we're all in the same fucking race. Um, but group one was more so of like they have already kind of set that foundation. They've already, started that structure and all that. But now they're taking action. Queen of Pentacles. It's a lot of Queen energy here. And then you got the Two of Swords and the Chariot. So yeah, this is definitely forward movement. But this is because the Two of Swords is a very like this or that type of energy. You can do it this or you can do it that. You can do it this or you can do it that. You can do it this. Let me stop. Okay. Um, but this feels like a choice or decision. It doesn't feel like super big or huge, but whatever this is going to be like you're either going to do this or you either going to do that. You're either going to walk this path or you're going to walk that path. But regardless, with this chariot energy, this is forward movement. This is what you've been praying and manifesting is movement in your life. And it's here. Like it's literally here. But the cool thing about all of this, because this doesn't feel negative, the great thing about all of this is that you get to choose. You get to make that choice or decision of what path you want to take. Honestly, both looks pretty good, intuitively speaking. I don't feel like there's necessarily a right or wrong decision. It's just more so about what do you want to do? Do you want to follow this path towards this light, or do you want to follow this path towards this light? They're both towards the light, but which path do you want to take? Because it's going to be a different journey for each one. But again, the great thing about all of this is forward movement. Another thing I'm picking up with this energy is travel. So this next chapter in your life may involve quite a bit of travel. You may be traveling somewhere. You may even get the choice of where you want to travel, which is great. Um, yeah. But whatever this is, this next chapter of your life is going to involve a lot of choices, a lot of decisions, but it's what you've manifested. Is you've manifested your roads to be open. You may have done like a road opener spell or ritual or an uncrossing. You may have felt a little bit crossed up, or you may be needing to do a road opener or an uncrossing. Yeah. So maybe hyssop can be something significant for you. I love me some hyssop. Um, or agrimony is really good for uncrossing work also. You have to do your own research on that. Okay, so let's get some guidance and advice for you moving forward in this journey. So can we get some guidance and advice for group number one? I mean, group number two, I'm sorry. Group number two in um, this next phase or this next chapter in their life. Here at the bottom of the deck, you have focus. What really matters? Energy flows where your attention goes. Organize and prioritize what is important to you, and it will energize these parts in your life. I can't make this up. I'm going to read that again. Energy flows where your attention goes. So, you deciding where your attention is going to go, and organize and prioritize. So, the Emperor and the Two of Wands energy to you, and it will energize these parts, or what is important to you, and it will energize these parts of your life. So focus is going to be very significant for you in this next part of your journey. Choosing where you want to focus, and then actually putting in work and action towards where you're putting your focus in. Okay, I'm starting at the bottom here. Desire. Fulfillment is possible. Consider what you think you are seeking. Will this fulfill your soul's yearning or only satisfy a temporary desire? Prioritize what's important in your life. And it's funny, you got two here, two ones. Chariot is very much of a two energy here also. It also talks about like willpower. But this feels like, again, both routes may feel are going to be great no matter what, but I feel like one path or one decision is more fulfilling to you than the other. Do you want pink lipstick or do you want red lipstick? And it's funny, y'all got the pink marker here. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? The matrix can be significant for you also. But yeah, I definitely feel like the advice here is like just choose wisely, choose with your intuition. There's not necessarily a right or wrong. It's just more so about what I saw the card. Yeah, what lessons are you wanting to learn? What journey are you wanting to embark on? I'm gonna go with this one next. So lesson says learn as you live. Find the lessons to be learned from your current situation. Do so without guilt or shame, and know that this newly acquired wisdom empowers you. Yeah, so really enjoy this journey and enjoy this process. Don't worry about the end goal. It's not about the end goal. It's more so about what you are learning and cultivating as you go about your lessons and your experiences, or yeah, as you go about your experiences, and then you um, reflecting on the lessons that you are learning and cultivating as you go through these experiences here. but be optimistic about it is what I'm picking up here. Also, don't think that, oh, this bad thing is happening to me because I'm a bad person and I deserve bad things. Like, no, sometimes the lesson in that is sometimes things may need to crumble in order for you to build up a better and stronger foundation. So no matter if it's like something necessarily positive or negative, and I put quotes around that because it's not really that at all, but it's more so about what are you learning from these experiences, and how are you, and what wisdom are you learning from this, and how can you apply that to, you know, the rest of your life, or even how you can help other people apply it also. But I'm gonna go with power next. I remember seeing this here too. So know your potential. You are a powerful being. Your thoughts, words, and actions have the ability to heal or to harm. Respect this tremendous gift and use it wisely. So that's the energy I was picking up from this chariot card, because the chariot talks about power or willpower here. So I definitely see you moving forward in this journey with a lot of confidence, a lot of, I just heard gusto. Somebody could be Italian, or Hispanic is what I'm picking up here also. Or Italy or Spain or Mexico can be significant. Brazil can be significant for somebody here also. I'm picking up Ireland. Ireland can be significant. Kind of goes with the traveling thing. Maybe these are some places that you want to travel to. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like the advice here with this power card, like it says here, know your potential. So don't shrink or lessen yourself. I feel like whatever this next chapter, you're going to be going through a solar plexus expansion. So it's going to be you going through experiences or lessons to help you to realize your power and what you have to offer to the world. So it's like the universe kind of pushing you out there for you to again really see and recognize who you are, and for you to stand in that power. Success. Yes, let it happen for you. Your prayers and intentions have been received. Now allow for the movement of circumstances to occur so that your wishes can materialize. Yeah. So I definitely see you. You're gonna be successful. Like you're gonna be successful as hell. Group number two. I almost said group number three. So there may be a message in group three for you. Um, but you're going to be gaining a lot of success through this next phase, this next chapter of your life, whatever experiences or lessons you're going to be learning, and what the power you're going to be like discovering and cultivating for yourself um, is going to bring you a lot of success, and you got courage underneath that. Show up with a whole heart. Bravely lead with your heart. Show up for the unexpected face. Show up for the unexpected face. What you, oh my gosh, not the run on sentence. Bravely lead with your heart, comma. Show up for the unexpected, comma. Face what you cannot control or do not understand. Period. Do the things that scare you. So this is going to be you being pushed. Like I said, you're going to be kind of pushed out there, a little bit out of your comfort zone to some of you, like especially if this is business related or career related, you're wanting to advance in that, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to network with people. You have to meet new people. There are some things that you're going to have to do that you may not be 100% comfortable with. And I'm not talking about like no Hollywood type of shit. If you know, you know. I ain't talking about stuff like that, but it's more so of like you're used to being very introverted or quiet or reserved. This next chapter, that's not going to fly. You can keep, authentically being you while also stepping in your power and showing the world how courageous you can be, how successful you can be, and how much of a fucking boss you can be. The Emperor energy is a very powerful energy. And it doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter male, female, non binary, it doesn't matter. This is a very powerful energy, especially paired with this Emperor energy. Very, very powerful energy here. So you hold a lot of power um, within you, but it's time to let that out so that way you can call in this success. Or not call it in, it's already there. It's just waiting for you to meet it. Like it's there waiting for you. It's already halfway there for you. Now it's your turn to meet it halfway. All right, group number two. These are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So please let me know how this reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, group number three. For those of you who were drawn to this blue marker here, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be looking into the next chapter of your life. What can you expect in the next chapter of your life? All right, spirit guides, angels, benevolent, and venerated ancestors. This is for group number three, group number tres. Please tap me in. We're looking into the next chapter of group number three's life. The next chapter. What can you tell us about it? Any messages that you would like to share to come through? Excuse me. Sorry. Coffee can be significant for y'all. Whether that's drinking more coffee, laying off the coffee, or it just can be a sign or synchronicity for you. Selenite can be significant also, the crystal. So maybe wearing it more or getting some, cleansing your energy with it. It's a great cleansing stone. I'm hearing the name Raven, or somebody's name starts with an R or an S or a T. The name, not the name, but initials G can be significant also. Okay, for group number three, spirit. Group number three. What can you tell us about the next chapter in group number three's life? Messages for group three. Mm. Got it. Got it. All right. That's so crazy. Eight of Swords this has popped up in everybody's pile. So collectively, that tells me that the collective may be feeling a little bit stagnant or feeling stuck in their situation, feeling like things are not moving, feeling overburdened. 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands in reverse. Maybe even feeling like you're missing out on something. I just got a notification on my phone from Amazon. I was looking for something on there, and they just sent me a notification like, hey, did you miss something? Or no, what did it say? Yeah, in case you missed it. So you may feel like you're missing out on something or missing out on life. You got the Judgment card, the Star. Oh, I didn't even see that underneath it. Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups. This feels like some heavy changes here. A lot of changes. The World and a lot of major arcana here too. You got 3 so far? Can I get 2 more? Can I get 2 more? Ten of Pentacles, uno más. Thank you. And the Queen of Wands. I'm picking up like multiple things here. You're about to have this next chapter. You're gonna have multiple things kind of pop off for you. This is like multiple areas of your life that are about to shift or change, but in a very positive way here. And I'm not always, like a super loving light. I like to give positive messages because I like to give hope. And it's funny I said hope because you got the star. But I try to be as realistic as I can when I'm doing readings. I'm not one of those readers that's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna win the lottery tomorrow. I mean, you very well could, but the likelihood of you winning that, I don't know. It's a little slim. But regardless of that, I feel like several areas of your life are about to get so good for you, like really, really good. With this Ten of Wands energy, there's been Ten of Wands and Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. You may have been carrying a lot internally. This feels like a heavy internal energy here. Maybe feeling like you have to carry everything on your own or you have to do everything on your own. Feeling like, you don't have as much support or help from others. Or maybe even not equal support or help from others. So it feels like you've been carrying a lot on your own here, or not necessarily on your own, because some of you may have a support system, but it still doesn't take away from you feeling like you're carrying a lot of burdens or carrying a lot of weight. However, I see this next chapter of your life, you're going to be dropping that. Even though the Ten of Wands isn't in reverse, I'm still picking up that reversal energy from it. Um, you're going to be dropping a lot of weight, um, because you're going to be learning to really surrender and to trust in the universe, God, Allah, whatever you worship or call it, or it doesn't matter. Different name for the same energy. Um, but again, I definitely see you, group number three, like whatever was once burdening you is actually about to do a complete 180. Something is working out in your favor, is what I'm getting here too. Something, whatever it is that you were going through, it wasn't in vain. It was for a reason. It was actually for a higher purpose. So I feel like with this Queen of Swords energy, this next chapter is things starting to be clearer for you. Queen of Swords energy paired with this Eight of Swords, I see you like cutting through any supposed obstacles, because the Eight of Swords is more of like it's more of like it's in your head. So as you can see, like on the image here, she's seems to be bound. She feels like she's trapped, and she seems like she's bound. But if you look closely, those ropes are really loose. They're not even tied to anything. She's not bound to anything. She can just about easily shimmy out of these bondages, take the blindfold off, and look around her and see like she wasn't trapped all along. She was actually free to move as much as she wanted to all along. So I definitely see that you're stepping in that energy, like you're coming out of your bondages, you're taking off your blindfold, and you're able to see the world around you and see like, oh, I wasn't trapped like at all. I may have been carrying things, things that I didn't have to carry, or taking on burdens that I didn't have to take on. So I see in this next chapter, you're going to be setting a lot of boundaries with this Queen of Swords energy. You're not allowing other people or circumstances to put you in the Eight of Swords energy anymore. You're stepping. Queen of Swords, I forgot that this was here. Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. You're stepping in a very self empowering energy, group number three, and that paired with the Seven of Wands. This is like a Seven of Wands in reverse is like a internalized energy here, or kind of like an internalized chaos almost. So like, I don't know why I'm picking up the Scarlet Witch. Um, I think her power is like probability magic. She's able to like change the probability of things, or how things are going to turn out, and just kind of create her own outcome of stuff. And I feel like that's the energy you're stepping into. You're becoming a master manifester. So I'm thinking about your throat chakra here also. You may be having this next one. This next chapter is going to be an expansion in your throat chakra, and also an expansion in your solar plexus, um, and in your sacral chakra here also. So you're going through these expansions to really show you the power that you truly hold, and show you that you were never trapped. Like you were never trapped at all. You just didn't recognize your own power. In this next chapter here, you're fully embracing that. You're fully stepping into this queen energy of not it's like you're not, I just heard it, not even lifting a finger. Like, you know that things are going to be taken care of without you having to work hard for it. You're going to be in a very receptive energy, a very feminine energy in this next chapter. And the feminine energy is more about receiving. So you're going to be receiving in this next chapter versus you know, you've already done the work, you've already put in the action, but now it's time for you to get out of that masculine energy and get more into your feminine energy. And again, learning to receive, learning to sit back and receive what's for you, because it's for you. You know it's for you. Um, you're about to eat, is what I'm getting. I just heard, oh, she ate that. Um, you're about to eat. You're about to, you've been spending a lot of time preparing your meal, um, or having your meal prepared for you. Um, but now you are about to sit back and actually enjoy your meal. So whatever it is that you may have been working on or putting in a lot of action, a lot of work into, a lot of stress, a lot of, you know, whatever energy this is, um, that's going to be no longer your reality in this next chapter in your life. You're going to be now receiving, and your receiving is going to put you in this star energy of healing. You going through this experience of receiving is going to be healing for you, because you're so used to being the one doing and being the one giving. Again, that masculine energy. But now the universe is having you take a step back. They're taking you, they're like, hey, babe, let me hold your hand while I tell you this. You don't have to work so hard. You know, you don't have to go so hard. It's okay for you to receive things. It's not lazy. You're shifting your mindset around a lot of things also, and you've already been shifting your mindset regarding certain things. Um, but this next experience is going to be the universe showing you, like, hey, you don't have to, you know, work so hard. You know, you can, because one thing I remember being taught growing up is that if you don't, what is it? You don't eat if you don't work, something like that. Um, but it's like you've already been putting in the work, but you've still been starving, if that makes sense, metaphorically speaking. Um, but it's like now this next chapter is, you know, you've been putting in that work and you're no longer putting in that work, because you're now, you'll be in this energy of receiving. A little bit of heart chakra expansion here also. So quite a bit of expansion is happening in your chakras, especially from your sacral up to your throat. So that's the what, second, third, fourth, and fifth chakras, that are more so coming into alignment for you. So this next phase, you may even experience a bit of a kundalini awakening, as these chakras begin to align. You'll start to feel so much lighter. Um, but this healing again is going to come in the form of experience. It's going to come in the form of you receiving what you want, and you realizing like, wow, you know, I worked really hard for this, but I don't have to work so hard for this anymore. I don't have to work so hard to maintain this. It's mine, you know. You're coming into your villain era. You're coming into your unapologetic era. Um, and it's like you're really fully recognizing your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. Um, and you're realizing like, I brought the entire fucking table. like, like I don't have to realize that. Like, I bought this table. Matter of fact, I didn't buy this table. I made this table. I set this table up. I put the decorations here. I laid out the plates. I put the food on here. I did all, and it's not coming from a self-centered perspective. It's coming from a self-love perspective. Um, you know, it may come off as a little, you know, self-centered or selfish, which I feel like nothing's selfish. Cool. Self-centered, you can keep that. But selfish is great to be a little bit selfish, especially when you're coming into your power and you're realizing and recognizing your value, your worth, and what you bring to the table. So don't let anybody, because five of wands here, and this message came out of group number one. Um, you're gonna have people who are a little bit upset that you're receiving these blessings. You're gonna have people who are a little bit upset or jealous or envious of you. People who want to cause conflict with you. But stand. The advice here is stand in your power. Queen of Swords energy and the Queen of Wands are very, out of all the queens, these two have very strong boundaries, and they're not letting up on their boundaries for anybody, not family, not friends, not coworkers, not lovers. You're standing firm in your boundaries in this next phase. I'm speaking that over you. You're going to stand firm in your boundaries, and you're not going to let any conflict cause or be a distraction for you. Because what may come for you in this next chapter in your life, um, the demon or devil that may follow you is distraction. People who may try to distract you by causing chaos or conflict, but don't let that get you off course. Stay firm in your boundaries, stay grounded, because grounding is going to be, I don't see a whole lot of pentacles here outside of this 10 of pentacles, so grounding is going to be very significant for you. So a good mindfulness practice is going to be significant in this next chapter, this next phase in your life. um, if you don't have that, that's probably what's kind of holding things back for you. Spirit wants to make sure you have at least most of the boxes checked off. And one of those boxes that's at the very top of your list, at the very top of your list is um, um, groundedness. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. My glass here over here is a little bit dark. I think I'm gonna put this candle out for right now. She's a little look like she about to burst. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Spirit kind of like laser eyed me on that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So that kind of could go along with it too. Just make sure you're being cautious and careful as you're going about. You make sure you're paying attention to the signs. And I feel like that's why being grounded is going to be very important for you. It's because you're going to be caught, pulled in a lot of different directions. You're going to have people to deal with. So um, being cautious of the signs and synchronicities around you to let you know how you should move or what you should be doing, what steps you're needing to take. Um, I mean, you're going to be safe and protected either way, but you'll be able to dodge any delays or setbacks, because that's still possible. You know, nobody can take away your destiny, but people can, delay certain things for you, energetically speaking. So just being careful, watching out for the signs and synchronicities. One for me are skunks and raccoons. Usually when I see those, whether it's in person or on the internet, that's usually spirit like, okay, let's be a little bit careful maybe of our surroundings, or being careful of what we're doing or posting, or who we're around, what we're saying, what we're doing, what we're consuming or embarking on. Just being careful in general. Okay, let's get some guidance and advice for you moving forward on this path, this new chapter, this new amazing chapter. Some things I'm seeing change for you is your home life that may be changing for you. Um, your safety and security. So this may have to do with like your finances, your career. This next chapter, you're gonna feel more secure in something. Not really picking up much love, romantic life here, but that could be for somebody here. So can I get some guidance and advice moving forward for group number 3? I feel like your group is a little bit vague because it's going to be very different for everybody here. Can I get one more? Thank you. Anything else? No? Okay. All right. So you got several that came out. So you got pause. So time to take a breather, hang back and gather yourself. Excuse me, resting, even briefly, will allow profound insights to arise and give you the energy you need to make it to the finish line. So this is literally what I was saying about grounding yourself, finding a good mindfulness practice to where you're able to practice being present. So whether that's meditation, coloring, a coloring book, drawing, exercising, yoga, something of that sort, to where you're able to practice mindfulness and being in the present moment, is going to bring you a lot of insight. Again, is you're going to be able to really sit and recognize the signs and synchronicities, so that way you're able to take better action on things. And you're also able to like dodge certain situations, due to um, you being on the up and up regarding your intuition here. And I did see also that goes along with this spiritual path card. So it says realign with your spirit, refocus on your spiritual life, and actively connect with the divine. Honoring your true self allows you to get back into sync with your highest good. So definitely your spiritual practices are going to be very, very important for you in this next chapter in your life. So whether it's something that you may have been slacking on, or maybe you're already doing, being more consistent with that, is going to be very, very significant for you. For some of you also in this next chapter in your life, you may pick up new practices. You may pick up new beliefs. Some beliefs you may, get rid of, and other beliefs you may pick up on. So things may change regarding your spirituality here, in this next chapter. But I feel like the advice here is just to be open to it, and be consistent with it. Yeah, things may shift for you spiritually, as far as your like beliefs, practices. Um, yeah, something like that. Some of you may even pick up, maybe you were always, um, uh, you know, pagan or something, but now you want to pick up, African spirituality, or you may want to pick up Egyptian mythology, and or you may start to, read a little bit more about Buddhism. You may, because I bring that up here, you may read up a little bit more about Hinduism. You may start to practice a little bit of it, or you may start to incorporate some of that into your spiritual practice. But I definitely see you kind of shifting and changing on your spiritual path and your spiritual journey in this next chapter here. You have abundance. Prosperity is yours. Draw abundance to yourself by feeling gratitude for what you already have. Rest assured knowing that there is truly enough for everyone. So, gratitude is going to be very, very significant for you in this next chapter in your life. And practicing gratitude is important here. So, maybe getting a gratitude journal, maybe doing like writing 5 or 10 things every single day that you're grateful for. That's a great way to manifest, by the way. So that can be something that you're incorporating into your spiritual practice or your day to day routine, is showing more gratitude here. And by you showing more gratitude, that's going to bring in even more abundance here, even more stability. I just noticed 10 of Pentacles has popped up. I feel like 10 of Pentacles has popped up in every group also. Group number one for sure. I think group number two also. I don't know. Then you have trust. So you are in good hands. Trust can only be built or restored with honesty and sincerity. Trust yourself, trust others, and trust that you are divinely supported at this time. So this can be you, surrendering and trusting the universe. Did I mention something about surrendering earlier? I think so. I don't know. But surrender is going to be very, very important for you. Surrendering and trusting the universe, and trusting that everything is going to be just fine, and everything is going to turn out perfectly for you. Everything's going to turn out in your favor. That's coming. That makes me think of the law of assumption. always assuming the best, and the best will manifest for you. So maybe looking more into like the 12 laws of the universe. I don't know if there's a book on it or not, but I usually just Google it. But yeah, but just trusting that universe has your back, trusting that God has your back, spirit, most high, creator, source, whatever you want to call it, Allah, again, whatever you want to call it. But just know that you are in good hands. You're protected and safe through whatever chapter this is, and know that know that you are in good hands here. And then inspiration. So harness creative energy. Inspiration is an energizing creative force. Surround yourself with people, imagination, and innovative thinking is contagious. So one thing with this is just being careful with the people around you. And that came with the Five of Wands energy here. So just be careful with who the company you keep in this next chapter in your life. Are people adding to you, or are people taking away from you? Are people inspiring you, or are people inspiring you for creativity or to do better? Or are people taking the inspiration away from you? Are people, not supporting that inspiration? So just taking mental note or an energetic note of, the people around you, how they may respond to certain things, or, you know, yeah, just being careful with the folks around you. Everybody's not of your highest good. Everybody can't come with you on this next chapter. Some people are meant to be left behind, whether that is friends, family. As much as we may not want to, sometimes your family may need to be left behind. That doesn't mean that you're neglecting them or abandoning them. That just means that you're putting your growth and your success and your abundance above a title. Does this make sense? Um, but another thing with this, are people around you inspiring you to do better, you know, to go after your dreams, to go after your goals in life. Um, and then another thing with this too is creativity. So maybe there's a need for you to delve into a creative endeavor, um, something to where you're able to express yourself more creatively, something to where you're able to, um, kind of just tap into your inner child here. So your inner child can be significant. So having more fun in this next chapter is going to be very important for you. And just kind of letting loose and not taking things so serious. And I feel like as you do that, your creativity is going to increase, which comes from your solar plexus chakra here. And as that expands more, you're going to be feeling a lot more creative, a lot more, you know, um, ready and willing to take on life and to go after the things you want to go after and be as successful as you want to be in life. So it's going to be a very inspirational chapter in your life, both for you and for others too. Again, just be careful of the people who you keep around, because everybody doesn't have your best interest at heart. Some people do, but some people don't know what to do with that. But yeah, group number 3, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. Gonna leave y'all with this affirmation that just popped up. If you just heard the notification, I get random affirmations sent to me on my phone. But this affirmation is, I am brave and resilient. So that affirmation can be helpful for you and significant for you as you go about this next chapter of your life, because you are brave. You are able to take on anything that comes your way, and you are resilient to bounce back from anything that tries to take you off course. But group number 3, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see y'all in my next reading. Peace out.